Wilson doing here?
Wait,
It-
who is that a troll?
No, it's actually him.
Am I
It's
am I
demonstrable.
not allowed to be here?
No, I didn't know if it was like a real or fake account.
A real what? I'm sorry.
Real or a fake account?
No, it's a real account.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on your panel, by the way.
Yeah. What are you known for example? Because obviously a lot of people are asking you to join.
Oh, I'm known as a kind of a right-wing commentator.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Also, everybody, just so you know, we are being streamed on his YouTube live. Just in most people aren't aware.
But well,
So
why is that a problem on a publicly broadcast channel for there to be public restreaming?
I just don't think people should be caught off guard. I think everybody should be aware that we are being live streamed on his platform.
And the problem with that is what? What is the problem with that?
There's no problem with it. There's no problem. I just think people should be aware.
I'm sorry.
No one has an issue with it.
Yeah.
She's just making people aware in case they choose not to be like live streamed on your platform, which has like a lot of people viewing it.
Yes,
as
it
compared
does.
to like this chat that has like 90 people. It would make sense that people want to be.
By the way, you're welcome for that.
Oh, I recognize you now. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. It's your accent. That's what reminded me. I can't see the profile picture properly.
Yeah, they probably show up pretty small, I'm guessing.
I just want to make clear, when I make comments about like how Charlie Kirk is a bad person, the way that he was still like unalived in public or unalived at all was still like absolutely abhorrent. But I think framing him as like an angelic person, I think, is just a tad bit strange.
Except that he was known as a moderate right winger. He was trying to make inroads with the left, especially in universities where he was willing to engage in dialogue with tens of thousands of people, and he was extremely good at it. And it was due to left-wing rhetoric and you people that he was assassinated publicly in front of his family, children, and thousands of people. It's horrific, the rhetoric of you people. You called them fascists and Nazis and everything else, and you're still here coping and saying, hang on, let me finish, I'm almost done, then you can say your piece. You're still here right this second. Oh, yeah, it shouldn't have happened, but he was a really bad person. What do you think is going to happen with that kind of rhetoric? It's going to be this kind of thing. That's exactly the kind of thing that you would expect to happen. You call these people fascists and Nazis and everything else under the sun, and then you're surprised that somebody opens up with them with a rifle across across a field on top of a building. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think that when it comes to some rhetoric, I do believe that a lot of it's like false misinformation. That's a big concern. With a lot of talking points. But would you say like the reason why some people are discussing whether he's a terrible person or not is because people are sick of certain types of like hypocrisy, right, and special pleading.
There's no hypocrisy nor special pleading. There's a direct correlation between the violence of the left and their rhetoric. We see this with Antifa, the multiple rights that they stoke, and the NGOs who have private meetings trying to stoke this type of violence. We see it time and time and time again. I watched the California riots. I went into multiple of the meetings that the Antifa members were having and the NGOs were sponsoring in order to stoke that kind of violence. There is no hypocrisy. What's going on is that leftists clearly want to unalive right-wingers. It's very clear to us at this point.
I think the main concerns with why we think there's going to be a type of hypocrisy and special pleading is in the case that when it comes to some like political discourse that is going to be spoken on every issue that may turn about, such as the school smooting that happened just like soon after. Right, I'm not saying like no attention was given to those sort of like things, but when it comes to like providing a medal, right, these sort of like things like
providing a medal. What do you mean?
I think I don't think you call it medal. What's the specific thing Trump awarded him?
Posthumous Medal of Freedom.
Yeah, the guy, the man was doing his best to make inroads with left wingers on their own college campus. By the thousand, he would have discussions with them. Of course, he deserves, and he was brutally assassinated due to left wing rhetoric. Like, what
Wait,
part
you
of this are
think?
you not getting?
Yeah. So wait. What do you mean? What am I misunderstanding here by simply saying that it's going to be the case that I think this idea that when it comes to other, if it was the case of a leftist, I don't think there's going to be like chances where Trump is going to provide them like medals or like ornament as if he's a martyr.
They gave Barack Obama a Nobel Peace Prize before he was ever even in a position to bring peace anywhere. Don't give
I
me
said
this
Trump.
shit. Don't
I
give me
said
any
Trump.
of
Right?
this garbage.
Who
Look,
are you? Wait.
he
Who
gave him a Medal
provided
of
him that
Freedom
medal?
because he earned it. He earned it. Who else
Who?
has earned it more than Charlie Kirk?
No. Who provided it to him? Because obviously I said Trump.
Yes, and I was drawing a comparison. Do you know what a comparison is?
Yes, and I asked you
Good.
who gave it to him to make it analogous.
That was given to him by the Nobel Peace Prize team, the people who decide that,
Yeah, okay, but we're talking.
and they
Okay,
were
do you
left
see
wingers.
Yeah, I'm giving you I'm giving you a symmetry breaker. So it's going to be the case that yeah, I think there's going to be special pleading when it comes to the fact that Trump in of itself, right, with his sort of like biased views towards his political party, right, I don't think he would provide the same sort of virtue in the idea of those who are leftist holding political views. Like if it was a case that um, like well obviously I don't Dean Parker, yeah, they don't have the same amount of influence as Charlie Kirk, but if it was for them, do you think that there's
Wait,
any evidence that suggests
that's you
sorry
doing special pleading, bro.
wait how
You
is it
are
special
special
pleading?
pleading. Special pleading is the informal fallacy. Someone's arguing their own
I
case
know what
as an
special
exception
pleading
to the
means.
general rule. That's literally what you're doing right this second. You're saying if
But
it was the case that we had the equivalency of Kirk, okay, but it was some left winger, Trump would not have given him the award. That is the epitome of special pleading yourself.
that's not what special pleading means. So if it's the case I
I'm
say
literally reading the
Kirk-
informal
wait,
fallacy right now.
I
They
don't know
argue their
why
own
I
case as an
don't know
exception
why
to a general
I
rule.
don't need you don't need to repeat the same thing. I heard you and I can give verbatim what you just said. I know what special pleading is, right?
Then
Now,
explain.
what I'm saying to you, why I'm giving you an explanation of why
Okay.
it's not special pleading. So I'm not giving in virtue of the fact of one in which there's no symmetry breaker of another. I'm saying it's going to be in true with the fact that there's going to be opposing rhetoric, those who are leftists, and there's going to be no evidence to suggest that Trump would give the same type of gratitude. That can't be special pleading because I'm not simply saying
Well,
one is true, the other is not, even though they are both the same.
Well, this isn't even a symmetry breaker. First, I logically I have to agree that that's even the case. That hasn't been established. You're just asserting it. And the special pleading is that you are presenting this as an exception. But there's no reason for us to believe that. There's no reason for us to believe that if a left winger wasn't or was assassinated publicly like this, who's making the same inroads as Charlie Kirk, Trump very well may have given him the medal. You have no way to know that. You're just making it
said
up.
there's no
You're just
evidence.
making it up.
I said that. Wait, I didn't make the claim, the proposition. It's going to be the case that Trump is not going to give them the medal. I said there's no evidence to suggest that. That's all I said to you.
Yeah, but you know the thing that's funny here is like, so what? The absence of evidence itself, it hasn't happened. There's no way for you. This is just your opinion. You're just saying my opinion is thus.
Wait, there's two questions on board, right, on the panel that simply asking are based on those of a subjective account. I'm not making the claim of like some objectivity.
Okay.
Wait, do you think like when we ask, do people feel bad? Do you think that's not going to be a subjective account?
Of course. Sure. Yeah. Both. Yeah. They're both subjective accounts, but you're trying to use objective facts for the subjective account.
No, I'm not.
Then why did you say the word evidence?
Wait, do you think evidence can't be used for subjective account?
I think generally speaking, when people reference evidence, they're using it as an objective standard. Yes.
Wait, do you think that if somebody says like someone likes oranges, right, and they keep looking at oranges, it's going to be the case that these are all objective qualities?
No, I didn't say that. I said when we use the word
It's a
evidence,
question.
when we use the word evidence, we're generally pointing to something which is objective. Yes.
Wait, I will agree with you. That's what generally people mean, right? But it's also going to be in cases where we have evidence that's on the subjective account.
Yeah, but that's not what you're referencing.
Yes, I am.
Then okay, then why would you say lack of evidence, even though that the inference there is that there's an objective account of evidence?
No. If
Yes.
evidence simply, right, reduced down to the idea of increasing the probability of the conclusion being true. All I'm simply saying is that there is no evidence whether it's going to be subjective or objective, right? Because anything could, any of those two categories can be taken into account when deducing or inducing the idea that Trump wouldn't give the leftists a medal, right? So I don't mind any type of evidence that's shown to me that.
Okay, well then fine. Then the counter here is just there's no evidence he wouldn't.
No,
That
what I'm-
simple.
uh,
That
there's
simple.
stronger evidence.
No, there's no stronger evidence. That would be an objective standard. What would
and
stronger
no,
mean here? What would stronger mean here?
Stronger, wait. Do you
You
think
have a
that when
stronger
people-
opinion? Hang on, stop. Let me
Yeah,
finish. Let me
Andrew.
finish. My turn.
I
Yeah,
thought
are
you
you
were
just
saying-
saying that you would have a stronger opinion? That's all you're saying. My opinion is stronger? Or are you pointing to something objective?
Andrew,
Stop, bro.
Andrew,
Let me finish
you're-
my question. Or are
just
you
asked the
saying
question.
objective? Are you saying when you say stronger, you mean something objective we would agree to?
No.
No. Well, then you just mean stronger opinion.
Right. Wait.
Yeah,
Sorry. say
that's
the
right.
first
You
sentence
just mean
again.
stronger opinion. When you say stronger evidence in this case, you're just
Andrew.
saying I have a stronger opinion.
Evidence you just agreed with me. Evidence can be made on the subjective account. So why would that follow?
Because if it's the case that you're saying that this is simply subjective, that when you're referencing evidence in this case use, when I say evidence, it just means subjective account. But when I point that there's stronger evidence for my position than yours, how is that anything other than my subjective opinion is stronger than yours?
Yeah, so if it's going to be followed to the case that if I give you a simple analogy before we can add on to that. So if we have an individual that has explains to themselves that and others that they love oranges and they give the reasons why, and we have someone who just simply looks at oranges. Even those who looks at oranges are going to be small types of evidence that he may like oranges. While the better explanation, those who explain their views on things, is going to be stronger evidence for that conclusion. So yes, you can give stronger cases based on their explanation.
But that would be, well, then you're creating a standard in which is objective that we should follow.
That's not objective. That's not stance independent.
Well, okay, I'm sorry. Again, I'm not saying objective as in mind dependent or not mind dependent. I'm talking about in the commons when you say objective versus subjective. You're trying to create an empirical standard in which we can base these things on, but you're smuggling in subjective here as though it means mind dependent or not mind dependent. And that's bullshit. You shouldn't be doing, hang on, you shouldn't be doing that because that reduces your position to my strong opinion versus your strong opinion, and that's it. Unless you're trying to say we can create empirical standards which we can both use. Is that what you're saying?
Wait, no, I simply meant it as you described before when it comes to that of subjective account, which is mind dependent. Objective is
yeah, but you're mixing philosophy with the commons. When you say mind dependent or not mind dependent as objective versus subjective is a philosophical way to look at objective versus subjective. You're not doing that. You're saying there's an empirical standard which we can adhere to for whether or not your evidence is better than mine. That's an empirical claim. This empirical claim that you're talking about would infer to me that you think that there's some sort of objective standard we ought follow here.
Wait, so when we're referring to types of evidence, like it could be the case that we can use evidence that is going to be objective or a subjective account. You already agreed to that.
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with what I just said. Do you want to use an empirical standard or not? Just answer the question. Do you want to use an empirical standard here or not?
I said I don't mind if you provide empirical standards or subjective standards.
Okay, well then what's the empirical standard we should use that Trump wouldn't award this to a leftist?
Yeah, so if there's like data to show, like for example, like I gave you before, the question of if we have show case of examples of this individual providing or someone similar to Trump providing these types of medals in virtue of the fact and that they're celebrating them as martyrs, that's what's being explained right now.
And do you think we should follow that as a standard?
Yeah, when we're trying to induce that if there's going to be special pleading going on. Absolutely.
Okay, so then you think that we should follow your empirical standard. We ought do that, yeah?
Would that be special pleading infidel? Special pleading infidel. If Trump wouldn't give it to a leftist, but he would give it to Charlie. That's not special pleading at all.
Wait, if there's going to be no symmetry breaker in the case of like the reasons why they give it to
He actually was agreeing with your position. You're arguing with him, which is hilarious.
Wait, I think, Dorsey, you're not agreeing with me, are you?
I don't agree with him at all. No, there is a relevant symmetry breaker. Dean's a leftist, Charlie isn't. And the entire dispute between people on the left and people on the right are morally relevant facts.
Dean's not a leftist, by the way.
Saucy.
More left.
It would actually depend on the reason. So if it was in the reason virtue of that of just political views, sure, this may be true. And then obviously we'd have to explain like the moral relevance.
Well, can I just ask you a question, host? Do you feel bad?
Do I feel bad?
Yeah.
I feel bad in virtue of the family. I feel somewhat indifferent when it comes to like some. I think that his rights were violated.
Do you think he was a Nazi and a fascist?
No, I don't. I don't believe.
Okay,
that.
so then, what's not to feel bad about by this guy getting publicly assassinated exactly?
Yeah, because like I feel like there like well emotional standards wise, like I feel like there are greater cases of like innocent not innocent count like a better way to explain it. For example, like children, I feel much more bad for children, like those like older people. While I
That's
feel
fine.
like
I feel very bad when I see children get hurt. I probably feel worse for children than when I see adults, but I still feel sad when I see adults get hurt too.
yeah, like I feel
Do you think
sad in
that
the
Charlie
virtue of
Kirk
like
was a
watching
bad
a
person?
video,
Like, not
watching
necessarily a Nazi or a fascist. Do you think he was a bad person?
Just refresh it.
Okay, so we can address that. So Charlie did openly condemn the unaliving of the kids in Israel, but he supported their quote unquote right to exist. I don't agree with that, but I don't think that makes you a bad person. I don't think that makes you someone of bad character. That's pretty silly.
Wait, do you think? Wait, just to clarify, did he just like condemn the idea of children, or because you specified that was include the adults?
Children and all innocents. So, like all innocent people unaliving in Israel, he condemned. He said that was all bad, and that it shouldn't
Yeah.
be
So,
happening.
but did he say in virtue of the fact that he does think that Israel has a right to protect themselves, right? And that's going to be a common, is going to be the type of consequence he's willing to accept in virtue of the fact of justifying what Israel is doing.
No, he actually never said that.
This is fucking boring. We'll go to the next one. I'm not looking for an in-depth philosophical debate tonight. I'm looking to destroy these fucking lunatics. If your audio's messed up, just refresh the stream. Shit's going to happen sometimes. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why the audio was bugged. I know that our frames aren't skipping a bit. I know that for sure, so just go ahead and refresh it.
To do a whataboutism, but I can understand the outrage of saying this is fucked up, that like that was kind of swept under the rug, not even talked about publicly. He definitely didn't announce it, but yeah, he announced Charlie Kirk's unalivement. He announced the pew pewers, who it was. Like, this is unprecedented times that we're living in, where our president is announcing the unalivement of a civilian, and then his like usual and you understand what I'm saying, right? Usually this falls upon the local authorities, the governor, the mayor, whatever in that situation. But you have a president who had a personal relationship with this civilian, and I think there's clearly showing a bias. And I mean,
if you can't hear the audio, you should just
leave. That's
leave.
What they were reacting towards.
And if you can hear me tell you to just leave, then you can clearly hear the audio.
This guy should be on a live.
See how that works?
We shouldn't be doing
this.
If
you can't hear the audio, leave. And if you leave, then that means you can hear the audio.
The president issuing a statement, or like issuing that if anybody within like that is coming here, an immigrant or on visas or something, cannot have an deportation. Come on, man. How do you think that this is okay?
Right. Like
that's all I'm saying.
I can disagree with you on like one thing, like, and like only Trump only focusing on just Republicans and all that. Like when it was announced that Biden had cancer, I believe, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe they did put the flags in half-staff to kind of honor Biden fighting through cancer and all that. Again, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
You might be right.
Begin. Order 33.
And I think eventually he did
make them
the flags to be
move to me. Order 33, like, ladies and gentlemen. Modern brain. Let's make this last one count, boys and girls. Let's make it count.
In Minnesota, but yeah. Right. And I'm not doing tit for tat. I'm really not trying to.
Right, no, I'm not either.
I think like the frustrations when it comes to somebody this is their lives, this is their careers, this is their everything. This is what they do day in, day out, whatever. They are more highly involved.
Execute Order 33.
Right? Within their lives. So it is all consuming for them. And so of course they're gonna have their reactions and their opinions. And whether it's not completely like how we would do it or want it done, I don't know.
Hey, what's going on, Andrew?
Hey, how you doing today? Thank you for having me up on your panel. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate you.
So I wanted, yeah, so I wanted to kind of dive right in on this, and I was just going to quickly make the point that I've been all over TikTok this evening, and I have noted that the more I have conversation with leftists, the more I pull out the poisonous ideology. It turns out that most of them are actually celebrating that Charlie Kirk was assassinated, and they're a bunch of liars and are trying to pretend that they're not. And they know it was due to their rhetoric of calling everyone fascist and Nazis and everything else that led to this.
Okay, I've been up here for how long, Modern?
You've been up here for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's a significant. Do you think that I'm faking my position?
Yeah, let's just find out. Do you think that it was a bad thing or a good thing that Charlie Kirk was assassinated?
No, I don't. The way that he was assassinated.
No, not the way. I'm not asking about the way. Let's say he dropped dead. Let's say he dropped dead of a heart attack tomorrow.
I think people respond to you accordingly because you're very pushy and rude.
I just want to. Listen. I just want to get to the heart of this. I don't want to mess around with it.
Go ahead.
If Charlie Kirk had, if Charlie
overtalk until someone gets frustrated.
Man. I'm not trying to overtalk. I just let me ask the question. I'll let you answer. Calm down, lady. Calm down. Lady, calm down. Listen. Let me ask the question, lady. Calm down.
He did.
I haven't yet. Just calm down, lady. Calm, lady. Calm down, lady. Calm down. So look here.
Go ahead, ask it
Okay,
again.
great. Let's say Charlie Kirk had a heart attack instead of being assassinated. Would that be a good thing or a bad thing?
That would be Mother Nature.
Answer my question.
I'm sorry that I'm not answering your question the way you
No, you're just not answering it at all. Would it be good or would it be bad?
Can I finish?
Yeah, I want you to answer the question. Answer the question. Would it be good or bad? 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 Would it be good or bad?
I am so curious.
Answer the question. Answer the question. Answer the question. Would it be good or bad? Would it be good or bad? Would it be good or bad? Just answer the fucking question. Would it be good or bad?
Is he for real?
This lady will never answer. Here, go through your stupid monologue and then never answer. And I'm gonna answer. I'm just gonna ask the same question.
Your first question that you asked me.
I'm just gonna ask the same question.
Good or bad that I'm alive. It's not nuanced. You can't make me mourn a person that I never respected.
Well, is it good or bad?
Is it good or bad?
Wait. Andrew, is it
And
cool?
I said the way that this happened in such a
not the way. I'm asking if he had a heart attack. If he had had a heart
I
attack.
don't know about you guys, but I'm just starstruck here that
Either
Andrew's
way,
on
I
the
feel
line.
for his
Let's see.
family. I feel for his family. I didn't cause this, so I'm not gonna say whether something was.
So
good
let's
or
say he
bad.
had a heart attack.
I
Let's say he'd had a heart attack
am
instead of being
not
assassinated. Would that have been good or bad?
And maybe you're angry and you're
Holy
upset and
shit,
you
this
don't know
lady
how
will
to
never
regulate
answer the
your
fucking question.
emotions.
All right, you
And
say
maybe
the
you
mother
don't
nature.
know how to
Hold on,
properly regulate your emotions, and
If
that's
he-
okay. Maybe you were never
if he was
taught that.
poisoned, if he was poisoned,
You
would that be good or
absolutely
bad?
should be on a fucking list for like.
If
Oh
Charlie
yeah,
Kirk
I
was
should be on a list like Charlie Kirk was.
Yes, you're
Andrew.
yelling
Like
at me
Charlie
without
Kirk
even
was?
fucking-
I'm not yelling at
like,
you, lady.
without even
You don't
hearing my point of
answer
view.
what I'm asking you.
I was saying I'm not out here celebrating his unalivement. Not in. you
Andrew,
will
to
not
be
hear
fair,
me do that.
she was not celebrating.
Okay,
never
okay,
fucking
but
said,
okay, let me
this
just
is-
ask you.
this
Let me
is a
just
good
ask
thing.
you then. I'm just going
I
to ask
never
you
said this was a
directly.
good thing. It's actually
Oh, would you
probably
lady,
worse
would you stop talking for
he's
5
made-
seconds?
Hold on, Mel. Let's let him talk.
He's
Let's
made
have
into
Andrew
a
talk.
martyr, which he
Okay,
absolutely was
stop
not a
talking,
martyr.
lady. Here's my question. So
He's not a
Charlie
martyr.
Kirk is he's talking, okay, in front of the university, and instead of being assassinated, he was poisoned, and then later that night he died, not in front of his family or anything like that. Is that bad? And if so, why?
Again, I don't advocate for his unalivement. Never said that I did. No
Uh,
matter
that's
what
what's. Can you
means to
repeat
him.
my question?
What would you think of it?
Can
my
you repeat
God,
my question so that I know that you
bad.
understood
There
it?
you go. Bad.
Okay, now why? Why would it have been bad?
I just said I don't advocate for.
That's
anybody's
not giving me a
unalivement.
reason why it's bad. That's just
Oh
saying you
my
don't advocate
God,
a thing.
Just because you want to fit me into a fucking box and have me say what you want, You're a fucking psycho.
What makes
dude.
it bad? Isn't he a Nazi? Don't you think he's a Nazi and a fascist?
I personally, I didn't listen to him long enough to have a fucking opinion on him.
So you don't know. You don't know anything about him. So why would you say it's bad or good?
No, I chose to not listen to him because I don't
Why?
agree with his ideology.
Oh, so because he's a Nazi and a fascist, right? Because he's a Nazi and a fascist?
I mean, the things they were saying, like public executions in front of
There we go. So why are you so sad that this Nazi fascist who wanted public? Why are you so sad?
Why are you?
Well, because this is the thing, though, right? It's like
is this his logic?
Yeah, this is logic. Why is it that you're sad? Why is it that you're sad that this person you consider
when he says empathy doesn't exist?
Oh, there we go. So the thing is like if this guy he didn't say empathy doesn't exist, you're lying.
Oh, okay.
What he said specifically was that empathy first, and this is something I say often too. Empathy first is poison.
Can you pull me that quote?
Yeah, sure, pull it up. He says leading by empathy.
Can you pull me?
It's your claim. It's your claim. You claimed that he said empathy doesn't exist. You said he said empathy doesn't exist.
You were quoting him, not me. But
I was paraphrasing him. You said he claimed empathy doesn't exist.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I didn't. You just made it up. But here we're getting to the poison. Hang on, we're getting to the poison now. Why is it? Yeah, why is it that if you think he was a Nazi and all of this stuff,
I'm not gonna fucking stop.
why is it that you think if he was a Nazi?
Sure half of the fucking chat right here is fucking annoying.
Yeah, if you think he was a Nazi, why is it that you're sad he was unalived?
Say that? Stop putting words in my
Okay,
mouth,
so then what was your ideological issues with Kirk?
This is what you're assuming.
Then what were your ideological issues with Kirk? Then what were they?
I didn't agree with him when he said, "Oh, I would go into a flight, and if I seen that it was a black pilot, I would feel unsafe."
Is that evil?
That's racist to me.
Is that evil?
That's racist.
Is it evil?
It's racist.
Is it evil? Is racism evil?
Racist.
Is that evil?
Racist. What is his problem?
Answer the question. Is racism evil?
Yeah.
Then why would you care? Why would you care if this racist got unalive? Then I don't get it.
I'm not mourning him in the way
Exactly.
That you
Yeah, you're not mourning him at all.
That doesn't mean that I care or don't care.
Well, why do you care? Why do you care if a Nazi and a racist got killed? Why would you care?
You guys are weird. Man.
Answer the question, lady.
Like the fucking epitome of weird.
Oh, you're weird. Great argument. So answer the question.
We were having a very good conversation.
Yeah, where nobody was putting your feet to the fire. Where nobody was putting your feet to the fire.
You're doing that.
Yes. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, well, you got me.
Said that he deserved to be unalive.
Got me. Got me.
Did I say that he's anything that you're quoting me to fucking say?
Yeah, but you say that he's a racist. You say he's a racist and he's evil.
I think that he had racist tropes.
And
that he was perpetuating a fucking like a white agenda.
Oh, there we go. And it's a YT agenda. So ultimately the same rhetoric that you're using was Charlie Kirk a threat to our freedom?
I don't know. Ask the MAGA who unalived him.
I'm asking you.
Ask the MAGA.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Was Charlie Kirk a threat to our freedom?
I could give two shits.
Answer the question. Was Charlie Kirk a threat to our freedom?
Was Charlie Kirk? I didn't think that a lot of liberals found him a threat, but I do think that a MAGA, a Christian,
No, that never happened. You're just making all that up.
Yes. A religious.
Show me that this guy was a MAGA religious Christian. You lying sack of dog vomit. Show me.
Born a fucking Republican.
You don't get born. You get born as a Republican. Oh, I didn't know you could get born a Republican. You're born Republican. You're born. You're born Republican.
That's not me.
You're born Republican.
I mean, his family put a gun in his hand before he could fucking.
That means you're a Republican.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
You don't know?
Look at the fucking statistics and.
Go look at the statistics for what?
Growing Democrats, like they're not.
How could you ever demonstrate someone's born Republican?
Yeah, no kidding. He was born Republican.
Well, I mean, his whole family, even his grandma, said they're all MAGA.
So if it's the case that your family's a Republican, that means you must be.
I'm just saying.
Do you have Republican family members? Do you have
his
Republican
grandma
family
is
members?
quoted saying that their whole family is MAGA.
Yeah. Do you have Republican family
He was
members?
grown up that way.
Do you
He has a
have
shirt.
Do you have Republican family members?
Yeah.
So how can you have been born a Democrat and then Republican?
Well, not my parents. My parents were both.
If your
Democrats,
parents were
but
both Republican, were you born a Republican?
Do you even fucking listen? I said
I'm
both of
trying.
My parents are Democrats.
Uh-huh.
No, you're not.
So you were
You're
born a
not.
Democrat?
You're listening to respond.
So you were born a Democrat?
You're an absolute troll.
You were born
Not
so you were born a
otherwise.
Democrat? So you were born a Democrat?
Yes, I was.
You
And I
were
didn't-
you were born a Democrat.
You guys know that Elon Musk?
I was born a Democrat.
She's a really good example of why
both of my
why women
parents-
shouldn't be involved in the political process.
Both of my parents were very liberal, left-leaning, and I fall to suit.
Yeah,
And
you'll get older and
I
change.
agree with their ideology.
You'll grow out of it.
You were born a Democrat.
And I didn't unalive Charlie Kirk. Newsflash.
Yeah, we didn't say you did. I just don't understand.
Republican.
You say
Somebody who was raised a Republican. You just don't want to fucking hear it.
why do you even have an opinion on why do you even have an opinion on Charlie Kirk? Why do you even have an opinion on him if you didn't listen to him?
Who literally had a gun in his hand before he could fucking walk.
Yeah, prove that too.
Because he's racist.
Prove that he had a gun in his hand before he could walk.
that?
You're just making that up too.
What would even be wrong with that? Why would
Yeah.
that be
You haven't
wrong?
seen the fucking pictures?
Yeah, show me the picture
would
of him
be
having a
wrong with
hang on. Show me the picture of him having a gun in his hand before he could walk, lunatic. Show me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was like fucking like 8 years old.
Oh, so he could walk? So he could walk?
Yeah, I think
So you're just making shit up?
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
what's
y'all
the
are
reason you don't
slow,
like it?
So it's proving you're slow right now. So yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
everyone's
well,
slow.
Tell us why you think Charlie Kirk was such a bad guy. What did he say or advocate for that was so bad?
I just told you I don't fucking agree with his ideology. The fact that
I thought you didn't listen to him.
Oh my god!
You didn't
I
listen
just
to him.
fucking said to her and him. Sorry, Andrew. Him.
I thought she
that
didn't listen to
he
him.
Said that he that if he walked into an
He was
airplane,
talking about DEI, you stupid
and
brat.
if he walked
He was talking about DEI.
Dude, do you feel the same way
He
about
was
Alec
saying,
Baldwin? Like,
I
the
want
guys
people to be
being, like,
hired based on merit. He was
And
making,
if the-
this is what
so-
you people do. You
but
take
he
everything out
brought
of
race into it.
context. Why
But
don't you be
Tupac
quiet
was
for
a
a second
sexual
and let
offender?
me talk?
I didn't.
Why don't
I
you
didn't
shut your
bring
mouth?
race- I didn't bring race
Shut
into
up.
it. Charlie Kirk brought race into it.
Why don't you shut up and let
Charlie
me
Kirk
talk?
brought
Because
race
what
into
you're
it, I
doing
didn't.
is you're being dishonest
Charlie
and you're
Kirk
lying.
brought race
Shut up.
into it. I
Shut
didn't.
your
Sean
mouth.
Connery did
Shut
what
your mouth.
If he walked into a plane and that pilot was black,
Because
fucking
of
quote,
DEI, you stupid
I
brat.
quote,
Stop lying. This is
said
what you
I
people
would
do.
feel a
You do
little
realize-
unsafe.
Shut your
That's
mouth.
what
Kirk
Shut your
is-
mouth.
said.
Shut up.
Then you're
Shut your
background
mouth.
trouble.
Shut your mouth, you stupid bitch.
I'm not gonna be
Listen to me. He,
You're
he
under
was
arrest
talking
for
about
racist and
DEI.
sexist.
He wanted to know that whoever is there because of merit and
You
not because they're a
absolutely
DEI
fucking
hire.
Caucasian.
You're a
Shut your
DEI
fucking
hire.
mouth.
I bet you're a DEI hire. Where do you work? What kind of industry do you work in?
Yourmom.com.
Oh, got her.
That's right. That's what I thought. So tell us all about where you work and what
Like,
industry you're in,
okay.
and that you're not an
Okay.
industry
Why don't I
DEI
just
hire.
send you my fucking IP address, you fucking cuck?
You don't even know what the hell you're talking about. You're the
Nice.
best possible example of why women shouldn't even be
Oh my
talking
God.
about politics. You're completely uninformed. You have no idea what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Where's your husband, by the way? Does your husband know you're
have
on
a
here?
husband.
You must hate a lot.
Big
I don't have a
shocker.
husband.
Big surprise. Big
I have a
surprise.
boyfriend.
Oh,
I have
well.
a boyfriend of 20
Che
plus
Guevara?
years. I don't
Homophobic?
have to get married to be a fucking person.
Yeah, you don't have to. He won't marry you because
fucking
we can
Republican
see what
Party.
you're
John
like.
Lennon.
I don't
Racist
marry you
comments
either.
about
I was
him.
I don't need to have a husband to be fucking important and to be able to
Okay,
vote.
so other than Charlie Kirk very
I'm her
poignantly
husband. I
telling
just
you
hung
how,
myself.
hey, listen, other than Charlie Kirk saying, hey, I'd like to know that the pilot flying my plane is there because of merit and not because of some kind of government DEI program. I'd like to know he's competent enough to fly the plane and that he's not just a diversity hire. Other than that, totally sensible take. What
not
else
what
has
he
Charlie
said.
Kirk
That is a
said?
sensible
That
text.
is what he said.
That is
What
what he
else?
said.
What else
That's
did
not
he
what he
say?
fucking
Near it is the
said.
way to
What
go.
else did he say that you disagree with?
That's not what he said, but
What else
okay.
did he
It
say
stays
that you
here,
disagree
probably.
with, Seth?
When he said that public
Actually,
execution
word
should
what
be
he
in
said.
front of
My
fucking
name is Erica
children,
Kirk.
like
Charlie
that,
Kirk
that
is my
was
husband.
What's
I
that?
first
If
want
you
to
had
thank the
kids and they grew
local,
up to have the
state,
same
and
views as
federal law
Charlie Kirk, would you
enforcement
feel
who
the
work
same way?
tirelessly to capture.
There's just a bunch of dumb people talking over each other. Is there anybody moderating this or what? So please tell us what he. Tell us what Charlie said. Tell us what Charlie Kirk ever said.
Coming from her. That's
Tell us what
hilarious.
Charlie Kirk ever said that made it
Like
worth
I said,
killing
having-
him. What did he say that made it worth
he
killing
asked-
him?
Oh my god! If you fucking shut the fuck up for 5
Just
minutes,
answer it. Fucking hell.
crusty ass bitch.
You're
So,
the
like-
bitch, you
being,
fucking
like, full on
bitch.
rude. Just
Yeah,
answer a
you
question.
crusty ass fucking bitch. Again, like I said,
Oh,
second
why
one.
don't you show us your face, you crusty ass fucking bitch? You
Yeah,
got a
okay.
boyfriend for
Fucking
20 years that
fucking
won't
Rob's
marry your
right.
ass?
Fucking trolling out.
I think we know
I'm
why he won't put a
I
ring
think
on
this
it.
was a great,
money's on
great
Rachel.
conversation, Modern, before these fucking trolls came.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You just got exposed for being a dumb, ignorant bitch. You shouldn't even be talking. You shouldn't even be talking. Get off the panel.
No,
Get
she
off
should
the
be
panel.
listening.
This is
Yeah, you should be
the
listening to
reason
your
that this
betters.
kind of thing happens. Have a good one.
Yeah, bye, bitch. See you later. That's what I thought. The minute you put them to the question,
That's
they've got nothing.